Hey guys, Wolfie here and welcome back to the channel. As always, the usual disclaimer. Any opinion here is mine and mine alone. Now for the premise of this video, it is a pseudo lightning round style, meaning that I'm going to be giving brief answers to certain things that's been on my mind, along with certain things that I've seen in comment sections on mostly YouTube along with Twitter X. Now, the reason why I refer to this pseudo lightning style because there's going to be one topic I'm probably going to go into a little bit more detail on, and the criteria for my reasoning is based on the trailers for characters. I think there was an issue with the game right after it launched on Steam, I think it was. Along with certain aspects of the comment section. So it's I'm basing on that simple criteria. Now, without any further delay, I'm going to reveal the lengthier topic. I would say late-ish in the video, not right away, but kind of later-ish. Is probably going to be the last one I'm going to be talking about. Now, before I get into some of the questions I wrote down in my notes, I do keep a notebook on hand to organize my my thoughts, all that stuff, so that way I don't go talking out of my behind. Now, mind you, some of the answers, and again, these are all just opinions, but I'm going to base off of what I've seen. And I will admit here that I still need to play the side story. I know there's June and Reina. I also know there's things where you can play the characters you see here and get their individual endings. So, without any further delay, we're going to just jump right into it. Now, do I feel Tekken 9 is going to be in the works in the future? Yes. And that is based on talks of ending, all that stuff. And one of the characters that was revealed for Tekken 8, I'm going to zoom in really good so you can get the face. It's going to be because of Jun Kazama. She has been confirmed for Tekken 8. I do feel that because she returns here at this moment in time for the storyline, I do feel Tekken 9 is going to become a reality. We don't know how long that's going to be, but I do feel we're going to be seeing Tekken 9. But that's not the lengthy subject. Do I feel, so for that, that's a definite yes for Tekken 9 in the future. Regarding Tekken 8's completion, do I feel it's complete? I don't think so. And the reason why for this is simply there were some issues where it was right after it launched, it's people were having some trouble. I think this is on Steam. I don't know if this is the case on PlayStation and the Xbox version, so I do feel that this is an incomplete game. I also feel we're going to be seeing some additional characters down the line. I mean, I know people wanted to see, I think it was Christy, I know Anna Williams, being a couple of characters that had been hey, where are these two? I know there are a few others here and there. But I do feel there are going to be other characters coming along. Now, I'm going to go into another character, Reina. She's brand new. This is the first time she shows up in the entire franchise. Tekken 8. Do I feel she's going to be a key character down the line? That is a yes. And I'm not going to spoil anything in the story, but I'm just going to go based off the trailer. And how and some stuff I researched on her thus far. As well as the fact that there is a side thing with Reina being the star on that. So I do feel she's going to become a more major character down the line. Now, some people were talking about Reina being Heihachi's kid. That's the next question. I feel that's 100% up in the air. Because it's for reasons. It's just my opinion. But I feel that there's certain things, that's still unknown. But I do feel that she is tied to Heihachi. It's just a matter of how. Do we really know if she's really one of his secret kids? But I feel that Reina is Kazuya's sister, to be more precise. Now, regarding the Tekken 8, let me see here. Do I feel there's going to be Tekken 8 tournaments coming up? Yes, I base this off of the fact that there have been tournaments for Tekken 7. So, I will be surprised if there are no tournaments for Tekken 8 in the future. I will be surprised. Now, regarding a couple of the characters here, to be more specific, Jin Kazama and Ling Xiaoyu, do I feel these two are about to become canon? Here's the thing. This is one of those where it's like, I feel that these two, Ling Xiaoyu and Jin Kazama, I do feel that these two will become canon at some point. Now, I've watched some clips here and there, you know, with their interactions, all that jazz. But the biggest reason why I feel these two will become canon is the fact that they first showed up on the scene in Tekken 3. So their story's kind of like, they show up at the same time, and it's like, the way they gel like together, it's like, it's inevitable. Now, you have to remember, this video is just entirely opinions. I do base certain things off of like the previous games, all that stuff, but just keep a note, this is just opinion. Now, we're going to go into the main topic here, and well, let me see if I can get her on the screen real quick. And this is going to be the main focus of this pseudo lightning round. This one has the lengthier see if I can get myself on the screen so I can really do this justice. So the lengthy topic, believe it or not, is going to be on Nina Williams. Okay, so now we're going to dive right into the whole aspect of Nina Williams. Now, it's not very much like on the character itself, but more so the voice actress. Do I feel there's going to be a change in Nina's voice actress in the future? That's a yes in my personal opinion. Now some people were mentioning, you know, like, people can be like mock certain things in sense of like, get a dialect coach to, you know, get the accent correct. Now, the whole thing with Nina's voice actress is just like, I do feel there's going to be a change coming, and it's based off a couple of lines in the Nina reveal trailer for Tekken 8. More specifically, one at the very beginning, and then the other one being close to the end of the trailer. Now, the first line, she says, "Your luck has run out." We all know Nina is from Ireland. And you're talking about luck of the Irish. But she says, "Your luck has run out," in a way where it's like, it does not sound American at all. I could hear a bit of a European twang in that line. Now, some who are Irish, some, not all, use a more British sounding accent when stuff like that is said. So when Nina says your luck has run out, it's more, now it's not so much, it's not the, like, I'm not referring to the maturity of how mature it sounds, but the fact that I could hear a distinctive non-American like twang to that line, meaning that the accent is starting to show. And the other line where you could probably hear the accent starting to show is she says the phrase "die in silence," and that comes towards the end of that trailer. So the two lines where the accent is starting to show is "your luck has run out," which is at the beginning of the trailer. Then towards the very late in the trailer, she says "die in silence." It's not American sounding at all. It has a bit of a British-like twang. And some who are Irish will use a British-sounding accent to how they talk. Now, for those of you who are familiar with a European music group, like back in the day, there was a group called Bewitched. Now, one of the members in that group, I think, is Sinead O'Carroll. She I mean, because you have like two of the members who were sisters were really Irish, you know, how they talk and all that stuff. Now, if you remember Sinead, who was the oldest in the group, she sounded a little bit more British. Now, the reason why I bring this up is for key context for Nina's voice actress, which supports the whole thing of, I feel that there's going to be a change in the voice actress for Nina to showcase that the actual accent of someone who is from Ireland. Meaning that someone could sound really Irish or be Irish but talks a bit British. So that is where I'm seeing Nina going in sense of the change of the voice actress. I do feel there's going to be a change coming, and the only way the VA of Nina at the moment can still have her job is to hire a dialect coach. Meaning that, and the reason why I feel there's going to be a dialect coach, like in the work, in blah, blah, blah. Let me rephrase this. The reason why I feel that the current voice actress for Nina will need a dialect coach to keep her job is because you have two lines in the trailer. They don't sound American at all. And an example of where a dialect coach was used, and again, I bring this up for important context, is the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy. Rachel Robinson, to be more specific. When she voiced Fang, she had to get with an Australian dialect coach to help her pull off the lines in that entire trilogy. Now, the only time the dialect coach wasn't used was in Lightning Returns, but Rachel Robinson actually had to go with an Australian dialect coach to make sure that the Australian accent sounded like, if you get to just chef's kiss. So for the voice actress for Nina, I feel that there's going to be either a dialect coach coming, or the voice actress gets replaced altogether with someone who is who could pull off the natural British Irish accent. And to emulate a bit of an Irish accent, so it's like when someone kind of makes fun of themselves, like, I'm an Irish bastard. That's a bit of an Irish. So the voice actress would probably be sounding something similar to that, or have a more of a British sounding Irish accent. Which is why I honestly feel we're probably going to be seeing a voice actress change for Nina in the future. Because when people are asking for voice actors to sound like where they come from, because you have other characters who use their where they are speaking where they're from. This character here, I forgot her name, but I know this one here, this chick. She is a Spanish speaker, so that's kind of like the other hint. Then you have characters here who speak. Then there's one character. I think there's some people who are speaking Chinese. I think. I forgot the language for Leo here. And I know this guy over here. I forgot this guy's name. I know this one speaks Arabic, so it's like. And unless I'm wrong, I do feel that Claudio here speaks Italian. So it's like that little trend where it's like they speak the language of where they're actually from. So if Nina actually gets a new voice actress, it's probably going to be like a dialect coach or possibly a voice actress who knows the language known as Irish Gaelic. Now, Gaelic, if memory serves me correctly, so don't quote me on this, Irish Gaelic supposedly comes from a part of the Latin language. Now, Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian are considered the Romance tongues. And these Romance tongues are all derived from Latin. Now, there's another part of the Latin language that was the birth of Gaelic. Now, you have Irish Gaelic, and you also have Scottish Gaelic. So, for Nina to really go through with a complete voice actress change, they would probably, get somebody who would know Irish Gaelic. In Irish Gaelic, I try to pronounce a few things here and there. It's not easy. I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, you're going to have to really spend some time studying Irish Gaelic just to, like, get the pronunciation on some stuff correct. But again, it is important to make that note here. So, just to reiterate the lengthy topic, I do feel Nina is going to have a change in the voice actress. And I do feel it's going to be someone who knows Irish Gaelic, because again, it is its own language. It supposedly comes from a tricky part of the Latin language, and it's like the person will have to pull it off. Now, the only way Nina is going to have the same voice actress is if she gets on with an Irish/British dialect coach and also learns the Irish Gaelic language. And it's probably not going to be an easy feat, because my experience with Irish Gaelic, it's a little trickier to pronounce certain things as opposed to things that come from Latin, that's Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, or Romanian. I could tell you that much from personal experience. So to do a bit of a recap here, and I'm probably gonna, let me grab this real quick. So to do a quick recap here of the pseudo lightning round style. So the whole thing about Nina, that is the longer topic because there's a lot to explain there. So I do feel Jin and Ling Xiaoyu will become canon at some point, if they haven't been confirmed as canon yet. June will be a reason why Tekken 9 will be a future project. I don't feel Tekken 8 is complete. Reina is like, she's like the up in the air sort of thing, because it's like, I do feel she's gonna be having a much bigger role down the line. Just a matter of like, is she really Kazuya's sister? Or related to Heihachi in some way? And on that, I'm done with this video. So with Wolvie here signing off, I will catch you all on the flip side.